Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Aquarius. Yes, I decided to do a singles. People asking, I'm delivering. Here you are, Aquarius. 10 of Pentacles, you've got change coming. Beautiful. Wow, some of you are manifesting here and manifesting change. I see long-term stability. Beautiful. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles. I see a lot of work. Somebody's working. It's a sign of somebody wanting to build. They put in effort. Some of you have moved on from a situation here too. But you are manifesting change, or you have a person coming towards you. Yeah, I see some Gemini energy here. A lot of Pentacles. Yeah, we got the 3 of Pentacles. So this to me is looking as though it's a person who wants to build, but it takes 2 people to build. So this is cooperating, compromising, teaming up. Someone here is ready to team up. Yeah, so some of you actually, I feel like it's like you're moving on from someone who doesn't want this. They're not a team player, and manifesting new. But it's some of you have a person here who's manifesting yourself. They have everything they need to provide. See, it's pre-manifesting, preparing to provide. Very nice. There's change. Yeah, but you can see, yeah, I knew this was going to come out. Somebody who's stuck, stubborn, selfish, they don't really want to provide anything. They don't want to cooperate, compromise. They want everything their way. This is why I feel somebody's moving on from this. Someone who doesn't want to provide, or they, it's time, energy. See, there's a lot to do with money here. Someone is pre-manifesting. They're manifesting money. They're ready for change. Someone here may be keeping someone stuck and single. Yeah, we have the Devil. Don't see this card come out a whole lot, but there it is. Someone's stuck, stubborn, selfish. They don't want to provide. So we have a person moving on, but I do feel this is about manifesting new. Somebody who wants to. Somebody who wants to team up, get together, work together as a team. See, you got a person who doesn't want to cooperate and compromise. They want everything their way. They're selfish. Yeah. And maybe even a workaholic where this person works a lot, but still not providing a whole lot. Yeah, I can see an interesting energy at the Page of Pentacles. Often someone who doesn't quite follow through. This is often a sign of somebody being a bit of a breadcrumber. But I feel like you've got this new energy coming in, because that's why the Magician's there. Someone's pre-manifesting, preparing. Yeah, someone has been preparing themselves for change. Yeah, it's a whole new chapter. Someone closing a chapter. And it is, to me, it looks like the opposite. See, the tables are turning. Someone who didn't want to provide, somebody who doesn't want to cooperate, compromise. It's the opposite happening. The tables are turning. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's an energy of balance and harmony. Some Libra energy there. See, it's harmony between 2 people. It's also an energy of committing. So some of you have this energy where they don't really want to commit. But this is someone who often communicates where they want you to provide something here. See, it's a little bit mischievous. So be very careful of anybody who comes in. Okay, just like I say, because often the Page is somebody who doesn't follow through. They often don't want to spend time with you. They don't want to make a commitment. And that's why I feel this is an energy of not budging and giving in to someone until they show you what they can provide. And that doesn't mean money, but it is an energy of marriage, commitment. See, some of you are manifesting that. Someone who will actually commit, marriage. And you're preparing. And also preparing to provide something, what you bring to the table. But yeah, just be careful of someone who's more concerned about what you can provide, what you bring to the table, than what they are. Because I do see some of you have been through a situation with someone who's very selfish, stubborn, set in their ways. They don't want to give in any way. It's my way or the highway. A very unhealthy situation. So yeah, and you can see. Yeah, we have somebody here taking back their power. moving on. And then we have a person who's actually determined. See, the tables are turning. Somebody put on the brakes, which is probably yourself. And now we have someone who's determined to succeed, to provide. But someone's pre-manifesting. See, they're making money. They're focusing on work. They want to be able to provide. Yeah. Wow. Let's have a look at the world. This is the lot of this is Pentacles, money. It's a bit slow moving energy. Yeah. And we have the Lovers from Gemini. So some of you, there's definitely this choice being made. Some of you moving on from a situation with someone who's only interested in what you can provide. But now the tables are turned. You got a person who's actually coming in who wants to, and they actually want love. They want to see two people who work together. They build each other up. They're a team. Somebody actually wants that. So you got this is a new chapter starting here. Oh my gosh, Aquarius. Let's have a look at justice. Yeah, two people who connect emotionally. See, this is someone more focused on the physical too. They only concerned about what you're providing. Just be cautious of that person, the breadcrumber, the person who comes in and doesn't really follow through. Well, let's just spend a little time together and see if we have something in common. But this is an unhealthy situation. It's somebody who often, it's mischievous. I don't feel like somebody purposely goes into this to do this, but it's how it turns out. So yeah, the mischievous energy. What have you got? What can you give me? What can you give me, right? What have you got to provide for me? And there's the woman sitting here going, well, what are you giving to me? What do I get out of this? Someone's stuck, stubborn. See, a lot of unhealthy attachment to money. But I do feel some of you, the tables are turning. It's about connecting on the emotional level, friends first. So definitely the energy of friends first. That's when you know somebody who wants to build and they put in effort. You go down this path. But let this person show you what they can provide. If they can't provide and you start getting stuck, stubborn, and they're more concerned about what you can give them than what they can give you, they're not a provider. Okay, so that's what it's trying to show. Somebody who wants the physical connection. They come in quick. They want to be in control too. This is the thing. Someone who's very controlling. So you want to watch that. Don't give your power to someone here. But since the tables are turning, it's things turning out the other way around. Let's have a look at the Eight of Pentacles. So you got someone who really does want to provide. And it's not just money. It's teamwork, cooperation, compromise. It's spending time together doing the couple that do everything together. They help each other out. They lift each other up. It's an energy of, well, it's kind of like I'm getting the vibe of someone who it's a person who has a very unhealthy attachment. They want to be in control. They don't want to provide. They're holding on to their money. They don't want to give you anything. They're more concerned about the physical connection. That's why it's important, this friends first, manifesting this energy. So I feel like with the High Priestess saying to trust your intuition. Okay. Just be careful of someone who keeps secrets where they're hiding something. See, anytime there's secrets, things that are hidden, but it's your intuition here is going to guide you. Yeah, you do have a person who actually wants to. They're pre-manifesting, preparing themselves for a whole new chapter. They want to build. So they come in putting in effort right away. But these are two people who I feel work together as a team to build. So it's building a relationship. It's helping each other out financially. It's everything in life here. But it's all about a person who's so concerned about what you can give them. And I mean, this card speaks it all. Someone who doesn't want to provide anything. The woman's like, well, what are you providing me? What are you giving to me? You're keeping me stuck, maybe even keeping me single. Because they don't want to, you see? Yeah. Seeing to take a look. See, taking a pause, looking at this from a whole different perspective. Yeah. So some of you have been through this. I can see it already. They're focused on the physical. Now the tables are turning. And this is yourself. This is you creating change. This is yourself changing. Changing your own world. Creating change. Friends first. Your intuition's going to guide you here. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Yep, cycle ending. See, getting off this emotional roller coaster. Things are starting to go in your favor. See, it's this energy of somebody who wants it to work. They're determined for it to succeed. So they come into the energy positive and they have self-control. But they're not controlling. See, it's an energy of someone. You got to be careful of that energy of people who try to control everything. They want everything their way and they won't budge and give in. That they want the physical connection, but they don't want to give you anything. So you see, this is where you get off that emotional roller coaster. Some of you have had on and off this way, but this is the table's turning where you do not budge and give in till they show what they can provide and put in effort. Because this is a person who communicates in a way where they're not telling you how they feel or anything that they want. It is a manipulative energy because they're trying to get what they can from you without giving you anything. Take back your power. Let's have a look at the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone who often drags their feet too. So it's all about looking to see if someone's sincere, showing they're sincere by putting in effort, spending time with you. They want to be with you. They want to help you. They're there for you. Yeah, somebody who is stable. See, nobody should be even starting a relationship till they're financially stable, or you come together and you team up and you work together right from the get-go. But I just feel like you got this very controlling nature here. Somebody with a very unhealthy, selfish energy. Yeah, see, it's an energy of loyalty, faith. Someone who's not really, it's a person who often doesn't want to commit, but they make some kind of an agreement and they never really follow through on it. But by then they've already taken you down the garden path, so to speak. Yeah, it's telling you to see truth in the situation. You see the truth here. You're speaking up, speaking your mind, but this is where you have a decision to make. Anybody who doesn't want to show you what they can provide, or they keep secrets, or like I say, they keep you in that stuck energy and they don't want to. It's people who are the opposite of generous. They're selfish. A very unhealthy attachment to money. Yeah. See, people who don't show they're interested. They're not really invested. So yeah, they just want to be single. See, they want to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But this is an energy of like between two worlds. Somebody who keeps you between, they're getting the best of two worlds. They're free, they're single, they're getting that physical connection. But what are you getting out of it? And that's what it's trying to say. What are you actually getting? Especially if it's friends with benefits. What are you getting? They're getting the best of both worlds, but you're still single. And you can do that, whatever works for you. You can, if you want that friends with benefits, but you can see often it never really works out. Yeah, it's all about two people who work together. They look out for each other. They're there for each other. This is someone who's all in it for themselves. See, this is often it doesn't work out. It ends up being very painful. Yeah. And it's also an energy of having to bend over backwards to please somebody. It's almost like you're sacrificing something here. But they don't want to sacrifice anything, you see. So this is where I feel a painful period in your life is over. That's why I feel the tables are turning. Somebody is coming in who actually wants, they want everything, the whole package, but they're willing to work for it. They're willing to partner up. They're willing to make some sort of commitment. Yeah. It's just people who don't ever want to commit. And that's the thing, is learning to see. Some of you have experienced this before and it ended very painfully. But you're going to rise like the phoenix from the ashes. Some of you have other opportunities. And I do see another person. See, a person who comes in already prepared. They've pre-manifested and prepared themselves financially to be able to provide. Now, I see two people who possibly have done that. We aren't living in the dark ages, but there's certainly nothing wrong with that. The masculine is supposed to be a provider. Feminine are geared up to provide support, to be there for this person, to take care of maybe a house and home, whatever it is you agree upon. But like I say, I feel the world has changed, right? But I do think there is change coming, and I do think this is going to flip over. because it's all about people preparing ahead of time before they even start anything. But often here, because we aren't, like I say, we're not in the dark ages. There's definitely changes coming, but this is showing me two people who work together as a team. They provide for each other. Yeah. See, the devil, you know, is that greed, selfishness. It's just a very unhealthy, it becomes a very unhealthy situation. Some of you been there, done that too, but you have other opportunities coming in. So yeah, this is where you provide. See, this is why a lot of feminines now provide for themselves, because nobody wants to make a commitment. They never want to provide anything, but they expect you to provide for them. The physical connection. Take it or leave it, like I say, but the tables are turning in your favor. Trust your intuition. Don't budge or give in. Stay focused on your money. If you do connect with somebody, see, now we have prenups. And that's what I feel. Because it's like the tables have turned. It's now the masculine are looking for feminine to provide for them. But they want the best of both worlds, the physical connection, first and foremost. The Queen of Swords is, what do you provide for me? Because some of you have experienced this, and you're going to apply this experience to this next situation. You're going to look out for yourself. You're not going to provide until somebody is willing to do the same. See, it's supposed to be teamwork. They're willing to cooperate and compromise. Yeah, very nice energy. It's just really connecting with the right person. But yeah, there you've got the person who always makes up excuses. They never follow through. They have an excuse for everything. Anybody who keeps you hanging too, and they don't put in effort, that's when you know it's time to not budge or give in. It's all about protecting not only what you've worked for, okay, because it's almost like turning around, like the feminines are the providers. It's like, this is the craziest reading, but I feel, Aquarius, that some of you are probably thinking about this, you know. You can provide for yourself. If you have to provide for yourself or provide everything, you might as well stay single. There isn't any point in getting into a relationship. And anybody who makes up excuses, you know, because they don't want to cooperate or compromise, they always got an excuse or story, or they keep you hanging. I think you got a person here who actually is a provider, and you are going to provide for each other, you know, because we aren't living in the dark ages, but this person's prepared themselves. Should something happen, they can provide. So it's a person who actually wants love. They want their best friend. They want to form that bond. This person, not so much. They keep you hanging. They've always got an excuse. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Who is this person? See, this is about looking to see if someone's sincere, taking things slow, friends first. And this is why you want to be friends first. Because then you know they're serious and they're sincere. If they keep coming in, putting in effort. It goes both ways. It really does go both ways. But let's have a look at the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, see, you got someone here who's dragging their feet. They're not reliable. You can't count on them. They're not there for you thick and thin. Interesting energy. Yeah? Some of you have experienced this a couple of times. I can see it. Tell me more about this Ten of Wands. See, it's also letting go of all this baggage. But this is about someone who doesn't follow through. They're not reliable. This is someone who doesn't want anyone to depend on them. Yeah, see, moving on to avoid a disaster. Someone avoids someone too. See, this is when you know it's time to move on, but it's doing it before it goes anywhere. Protect yourself. Don't budge and give in to somebody here who doesn't want to provide anything. It's like, I don't know. It's just, I'm not seeing a very healthy situation for someone. And I do see that, Aquarius. I do see it. But I also see somebody here, and it's also, I see some Capricorn energy, somebody working very hard, looking out for themselves, providing for themselves. This is someone who's willing to provide for someone, but they also want something in return. Yeah, it goes both ways. Yeah, I see somebody here who longs for love. See, this is someone romanticizing or reminiscing about a relationship with someone who always had excuses. They never followed through. Feel sorry for me. I worked hard today. Meanwhile, we have somebody who's literally taking care of everything. The house, the home, the children, and working. And then you got the partner who makes up excuses. No more excuses. Don't budge or give in to that person yet. You're going down a path with someone else. Like I say, the tables are turning. There's change coming. And this is because you're moving on. You've taken back your power. But this is also where you let this person see this. The Three of Pentacles is two people who both have skills. They both bring something to the table. You put that together and you work together. And that goes for the money. See, nobody's really in control. You make decisions, you do everything together. One person's good at one thing, one person's good at another. That's fine. You each have something to control. But you're always a teamwork. You're always working as a team. I feel like you've got someone who actually wants to be with you and actually wants to spend time with you. Anyone who makes up excuses, they don't have your best interest at heart. Yeah, don't let people keep you stuck and single. But this is why I feel some feminines are single, because of this. Yeah. See, it's all about time, not wasting your time. But I got to tell you, you've got someone who wants to come in. Yeah, someone who's single. See, it's about courting. Got some old school rules here. Not a lot of people like old school rules. They like the more, the modern way where both people work to, each have their own jobs and maybe even their own homes, friends with benefits, whatever works, right? Whatever works for you. But this is somebody here who wants a partner. This is someone who's been dating and courting, longing for love. See, somebody who wants love, family, children too. This is often someone's biological clock is ticking. They want to have family and children. Yeah. But often what happens is, we have a lot of feminines being single parents here too. And masculines too. It goes both ways, like I say. But yeah, there's the King of Cups. This is what's coming in, change. This is a person who wants to be able to provide. They're pre-manifesting. Somebody who is ready to provide before they start something. So this is a person coming towards you. They have a house, a home. They can provide a home. They also they have a love of home and family. These are the things it's telling you to look at. The love of home and family. Very nurturing and caring. Two people care and nurture for each other. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Someone who likes to have a comfortable home. They like a clean home. They do their part. They pull their weight. Especially if the feminine has to work. Like, this is why I feel the world has changed. And it's showing it here. It's not like it used to be where the masculine provided, the woman made the home comfortable, took care of the children, they had family, big happy home, happy family. And now we have where things have flipped upside down. But change, I feel change is coming because I do see a King of Cups here, this person providing a house and a home. They're prepared to provide. But they also, what's so interesting, this person gets it. They see what the feminine provides. The cooking, cleaning, a comfortable home, or like I say, both people work. Yeah, both people work. Yeah, and then you help with everything. See, but this is not how it's been for a long time. Not for everyone. Some people are fortunate. They have these lovely, lovely couples, but this is someone who always has an excuse. I'm tired, right? At the end of the day, they want you to cooperate and compromise. Bend over backwards to please me. Make me feel better. Yeah, it has to go both ways. Yep, the Star. See, Six of Cups. Somebody here. It's all about love. And it is about someone here. I do see a feminine reminiscing about it. So some of you have been in these situations where they always have excuses. They don't want to provide anything. They don't even want to commit. But they want you to give them that physical connection. But then they don't even want to spend time with you. So basically, that's why I feel we got someone here who's thinking, I'd rather just be alone. But you've got somebody going to come in and court you here. Someone who actually has that energy. This is a person who knows how to have success. They know how to manifest money. But I do see this as something, and it could be you're manifesting this because you're no longer budging and giving in. Yeah, this is a situation of significance here. But you can see Eight of Swords, someone who keeps doing the same thing over and over again. So it's about breaking free from this, putting an end to a situation here. Some of you are actually doing that already. This is what you're dealing with. It's almost interesting how I see this, the tables turning though. Tell me about this King of Cups. Yeah, somebody taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. See, it's when you're getting, see, you never know where something's going to go when you're dating someone. You never know how far it's going to go, if it's going to lead to commitment or not. That's why you need to not budge and give in to somebody until they want to make a proper commitment. You stay in dating mode. Some of you might even date a couple of people. That's old school rules, you know. Back in the day, people dated lots of people, but it didn't go past dates. Until somebody, the right person came in. But see, it's like rolling the dice nowadays, you know. It's all about taking the risk. Nobody wants to take that risk because everything has, the rules have changed. See, it's the society's rules. Really interesting read. I feel like we got someone who's really intelligent here. That Queen of Swords, Aquarius. I feel like it's yourself. You're really, I think you're really getting it. And these are the things you've experienced, but you're going to apply these lessons you've learned until you get that person who wants to make a commitment. Because I feel like you're looking out for yourself here. So you don't need somebody to provide for you, but you want love. You want, and some of you are at that age, you know, where your biological clock's ticking. You want to have children and family. But it's an energy of looking before you leap too. But I still feel like that because the Wheel of Fortune's there, where this goes, nobody really knows. See, there's always a risk. So it's always good to have a prenup. But you can see two people getting closer. See, it's about two people growing close and forming a bond. It's always good, so much better to be friends first and connect on the emotional level. Make sure you really get each other, that you want the same things, you have the same morals and values. Yep, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Eight of Pentacles, you do. Some of you do have a person coming in who is willing to pull their weight. I'm not saying provide everything. I don't even know how many people can even do that anymore financially, but some possibly. But to me, I'm just seeing somebody who wants to go down this path. There's light at the end of the tunnel. They want to get to know someone. See, dating is about getting to know each other, getting acquainted, but they're putting in a lot of work because they feel like it's worth it. Why? Because we have somebody who knows their worth and value here. Yeah, very interesting read for you guys, but I'm not going to drag this on too much longer. And like I say, we also have the Queen of Swords is also progressive. This is someone who's also progressive. They want to work. They have things they still want to do. They have goals and things they want to achieve. So you want somebody who's a partner who helps keep the home together. You both care for each other, nurture each other. You both cook and clean. You're a team, but you do it together. So I love this reading. I really feel it's sensible. The Queen of Pentacles energy is there. Sensible, practical. Yeah, see, a great big happy family. Friends who were like family. A reason to celebrate. See, some of you actually could even get engaged to somebody here at the end of this. But like I say, some people are far more progressive than that. They prefer to live in their own home. They prefer to support themselves and have friends with benefits. It's whatever works for you. That's what I feel. Whatever's fair for you is fair for the other person. It has to work for both people. So it's all what you want here. And I do sense somebody kind of independent here who is a little progressive. But it's somebody, and for others of you, though, it is the energy of somebody who isn't going to budge or give in to someone until they make a commitment. Till they commit, till there's a ring on the finger. Some of you are going to get that. I do think you're going to achieve this. I'm telling you. Maybe the next person you're dating, because they are coming in, they are determined, and they are prepared. They're confident, too, that they can succeed at this. Take care. Bye for now.